The idea of winglets was originally brought up in the 1800s, long before the Wright brothers first took flight in 1903. The concept was ignored until 1970, when Richard Whitcomb formally introduced the idea.
Richard Whitcomb was born in February of 1921 in Worcester, Illinois, and attended the Worcester Polytechnic Institute, where he studied aeronautical engineering. He moved on to NASA to work until retiring in 1980, 29 years prior to his death. While at NASA, Whitcomb won the Collier Trophy, National Medal of Science for Engineering, and NASA Award in Aeronautical Engineering.
While working for NASA, Whitcomb was credited for sonic transports, the supercritical wing, airfoils, and the winglet. A winglet is defined as an almost vertical extension of the wingtips.
In the 1970s, there was an oil crisis, which led to a need for an invention to reduce drag, therefore reducing oil consumption. Winglets were the invention that solved that problem.
Winglets reduce wingtip vertices, which reduces drag by approximately 20% and doubled the improvement of the wing's lift-to-drag ratio.
Winglets increase the lift-to-drag ratio when air rotating around the wing strikes the surface of the winglet, then directs it in another direction, therefore creating an extra force turning wasted energy to thrust. When planes fly through another aircraft's vortices, it can cause a loss of control. Winglets decrease the severity of wingtip vortices, which trail behind the plane, thus creating a safer flying environment.
The first prototype was created by a private jet company called Learjet in 1977. The Learjet 28 featured the first winglets on a jet in production aircraft. The first flight tests with winglets took off in 1979 and 1980 in association with the U.S. Air Force. Tests made with and without winglets installed on the aircraft demonstrated that winglets increased range by 6.5% and direction stability.
Winglets can improve fuel burn by 5% and cut carbon dioxide by up to 5%. Also, they save 500,000 gallons of fuel annually.
There are many different types of winglets. Any wingtips that do not end the wing horizontally are considered winglets. One type of winglet is wingtip fences. Wingtip fences are special winglets that extend upward and downward from the tip of the wing. Wingtip fences are more common on European plane makers.
The more common type of winglets are blended winglets. These were first introduced on the McDonnell Douglas MD-11 in 1990. The McDonnell Douglas MD-11 was created by James Smith McDonnell. He was an American aviator, businessman, and engineer. He founded the McDonnell Aircraft Corporation and the James S. McDonnell Foundation.
The aircraft company and Douglas Aircraft Company merged in 1967, thus creating McDonnell Douglas. 30 years later, the company merged with Boeing Aircraft Company. The McDonnell Douglas MD-11 is an American 3-engine jet airliner that can travel medium to long distances. It features an increased wingspan with the help of blended winglets.
Blended winglets do not connect with a sharp angle, but instead with a curve. Blended winglets are primarily used on aircraft who travel medium to long range, such as the McDonnell Douglas, in order to maximize fuel efficiency. Blended winglets have saved a collective 1.2 billion gallons of fuel since they were first introduced.
The most modern type of winglet is known as the ranked wingtip. Although they are well known as winglets, they are better classified as special wings. Raked wingtips are defined as integrated wingtip extensions. They are additions to the existing wings that are horizontal rather than vertical. The additions make the wing have a higher degree of sweep than the rest of the wing.
The original purpose of the raked wingtips were to improve fuel economy, climb performance, and to shorten takeoff field length. Raked wingtips act in the same way as traditional winglets. In tests conducted by NASA, raked wingtips have been shown to reduce drag by as much as 5.5%.
Over the past 40-plus years, winglets have developed and changed the standard of flying.